Welcome everybody out to the Late Night Facecheck. My name is Valkamer. We are here with Krizzoh of Gambit Gaming here in Division B West. Krizzoh, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Well, again, glad to be here. It's a lot of fun. So tell me a little bit. We're going to start with Krizzoh and then we'll jump into the team. Tell me a little bit about your NGS journey and how you came to be the captain of Gambit Gaming.
So I started, I think, 4 seasons ago, down in Div E, with Bull Moose Party. I was picked up from the free agent combine, as a healer for their team. I played a few seasons with them, uh, and then 2 seasons ago decided to break off and make my own team. We went from Div D to Div B last season. Uh, did fairly okay considering the jump was so high for us. I think we came in fourth or fifth last season, and then
Super
of course,
respectable.
thank you. And then of course, Div B again this season. Wasn't the plan in the beginning. We wanted to drop down, and I built a roster to drop down because I wanted to get off my main role. But we didn't get to drop down to Div C. So we did a bit of adjusting, brought some more folks on to be able to be competitive in this division, and it's paid off.
Well, competitive seems like an understatement. I believe you're in second right now, and if I recall, you have 21 points. Is that correct?
I think that's correct, yes.
I should know. I post something saying it each week, but there's a lot of info. I can't remember it all. But I know you're in second. I know you've done extremely well, and you've already clinched a playoff position. Not that the playoffs are too far away, but I think you have two, maybe three games left, is all, and or matches left. And you're already clinched at this point. It's just a matter of what position you might be able to vie for. If you keep your
Right.
second, maybe you get up to first, or maybe somebody by sheer power drives and catches you. But I feel like you're pretty safe that second is as low as you're going to be, as low.
Second, second feels good. First would be wonderful, but those managers are a force to be reckoned with.
Assistant new manager
Oh,
is extremely strong for
they
sure.
they hurt.
So, but you've only lost to them, and I think dropped one other match. So it's been an incredible season. So tell us a little bit about your team. Who's there? You mentioned bringing in talent in the off season, and even during the initial part of the season, I suppose, or perhaps the preseason to it.
Yes, so this season in particular, really only myself and Pearl Simon are uh, members that are continuing on from last season. We do have Trolling Rhino also on the roster, who was our main tank last season, but he's taken a step back a little bit, and plays when we need him. But everybody else on the roster is new. They're wonderful. Uh, Everybody's been super competitive. I somehow, being a Southerner, I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I have had this like magnetism to Canadians. And I have a ton of Canadians on my team, and it has worked out tremendously for me in terms of how well everyone gets along and how polite and beautiful the team synergy is. It's a great thing. Like win or lose, everybody's just wonderful. I don't even know how to explain it really.
Well, on your first team, you were Bull Moose Party. Do you think there's still some Moose connection that perhaps is attracting extra Canadian
So
vibe?
the original team Bull Moose Party derived from like the political Bull Moose Party back in the day. I don't think we had any Canadians on the team at that point.
Okay, well,
Um, it wasn't until I created Bull Moose Rave and Div D, that I had recruited Canadians, and now Gambit Gaming the last 2 seasons in B West, and now this season in B West. Um, that I have found a love for my Canadian brothers and sisters.
Very nice. Well, you heard it here, folks. If you want to build a championship ready team, you need to go to the south and far to the north and combine those elements, and the politeness and friendliness will help build the team synergy as you continue to progress as a team. So
That's exactly right.
if you're having any rocky points in your team, recruit yourself a southerner or a Canadian and you'll be just fine. So, well, and again, you guys have had a fantastic run this season. Now, I know you historically have been a healer main. Are you playing healer this season?
I am playing healer this season. I didn't want to. It was my goal this season. Like I said, we wanted to drop down to Div C. And I wanted to get off heals. I've played it in NGS for a while, and I wanted to try something different. It didn't work out that way, so here we are again. Um, maybe I'll get to DPS throughout like the rest of the season, or through playoffs. Maybe, who knows?
Got it.
But
And do you
it's
have kind of a core five that start each game, or is it more of a rotation, or just whoever can make it by the grace of the scheduling?
Uh, a little bit of everything, really. I had a core five at the beginning of the season. Once we realized where we were placed, that core five didn't seem like the core five to play in Div B. So we made some changes, and we are doing what we can to survive, and whatever we're doing is working. I didn't expect to do as well as we're doing, but it again, it's working.
Nice. Hey, we'll take it, right?
Right.
So, well, again, it's been a fantastic season. I expect great things from you going forward. You have been nice enough to provide a clip for us today on the Late Night Facecheck. I'm going to very quickly do my man behind the curtain things and shift the scenes, and no one's going to notice. I think that may have been my fastest scene change ever, but we'll see. But here is a montage that you have provided for me. I'm going to quiet down and let everybody enjoy. Here we go.
There you go. Okay.
They're looking. The Blaze is not there to give a bunker, and there goes a Junkrat.
Oh no, the trap. Oh no. The trap on the Sonya, that felt bad.
Wow, are they gonna turn this?
Stun is huge.
Oh my goodness, Blaze's stun is OP.
So we started with losing your Junkrat,
just
turned into this huge Deckard triangle and a Blaze stun,
That was a
and killed 4 members there.
Yeah, it was a nice turnaround. 5v5 that turned 4v5, and then we won.
Big X strike, a big pull in by Joe, a rain of vengeance from Vala.
Now with a level and a half lead, so they're extending that level lead.
We've had some decent team fights for sure.
Paying dividends.
Huge fight
APOC
coming
hitting
out.
4.
APOC into.
Instead. There's a poly. There's a good follow-up route. Erdin. Oh,
Whoa.
goes down. There's the cocoon. Onto the Junkrat. Big combo onto Grismore. But amazing pull from the Anduin. It's not enough. Now, Li Ming running wild. Anduin goes
Big
down as well.
earthquake there.
But it's not going to be enough.
Catching
Go down
3
as well.
at least.
Yeah, with a comp that we don't typically play.
Oh, immediate scared bunker. There's the temporal loop. There's. Oh,
And this one, you have to throw in a little victory against the number one team. Like the small victories count, you know.
Well,
Those guys hurt.
I believe you are one of the only teams to have taken even a map off of them. So
They deserve every spot of first place that they have for sure.
Yes, as Dingo's U's gonna be able to kill Muradin. Salim's looking for it. The cocoon probably.
Ooh, that cocoon was big.
There. Heads up play by an Uberak. and I think they're going to get another
Oh, that
carry.
crowd control out of it. Oh, man. All right. Everyone can see some of my YouTube playlists there. Lots of StarCraft and lots of covers of different songs. If you want tips on it, I suppose reach out to me. But all right. Well, great stuff in that highlight reel.
Thank you.
It's actually been fun this season. I've gotten more than just a single highlight clip. I've gotten montages from each of the teams I've been able to do interviews with so far. So it's been neat to see that.
Shout out to Northern Touch for putting that together.
Yeah.
He did some work on that.
Perfect. Well, if Northern Touch wants to help me improve my video quality, I would probably be up for it too. But that was a great set of clips there. All right, my friend, we have come to the lightning round. You
Oh,
have 1
God.
minute to answer as many of my silly questions as you can. Are you ready, Krizzoh?
I think I'm ready. I hope I'm ready.
The record is 14.
We might get
We got
4.
13 last week after Brutal Pinkie Pie thought that they might not do great, so we'll see. But the pressure's on. The timer will start as I finish reading the first question.
All right, let's go.
Which HOTS map would you like as a theme park?
Spiders.
How do you use your team shot call?
How do we shot call?
Yeah, oh yeah, tough question.
Through the tank.
Okay, most impactful hero?
Brightwing.
Favorite HOTS resource?
Globes.
Okay, favorite rider for NGS? That one's a tough one. There might not be any anymore.
Oh. It was Winter Rose, but I don't know.
Winter Rose. What hero would you have as a garden statue for your home?
Lucio.
3 heroes to join you at yoga class?
Lucio, Tychus, and Varian.
Your favorite map?
Spiders.
Best heroes workout buddy?
Tychus.
Favorite neutral camp no longer in the game?
Ooh, pass.
Okay, hero for their own movie?
Oh, Brightwing.
Brightwing. Okay. All right, let's see what we got to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10's a great number.
I like 10.
You did well. All right, so let's go back through here. I will say I chuckled at the HOTS resource. When I built that question, I meant things like icy veins or things like that. So, but I appreciated the globes. All right. You said Spider Queen for a theme park.
Yeah.
That sounds terrifying to a vast group in humanity. Why would you do that to people?
Why not do that to people?
So what can you imagine might be happening at the Spider Queen theme park?
Could you imagine like riding around on a giant spider lady through wherever, picking up treasure as you're going along? Like, come on.
This is great. I love this. All right. Well, my wife will not allow us to attend that theme park. I'm sorry. She's part of that vast group that hates spiders. I'm all for it. Live the dream of having the Spider Queen theme park, but I do worry that there will be a group of people wholly turned off by spiders. But maybe that'll be part of the thrill. It'll be like, look, if you can survive, you get a prize at the end. People do that all the time with Hot Wings challenges.
Get the amusement park for free.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, thank you for being here, Krizzoh. We are at the time for you to give any shout outs or perhaps cheers through the division that you like.
I would love to give shout outs. Shout out to my team, of course. Again, we've done a lot better than I expected any of us to do. We've climbed the ranks. We've played extremely well, extremely clean, and I'm really proud of the boys and the work that they put in. Of course, shout out to Div B. It's been a very fun season, very challenging season. There are many new teams that we faced and teams that we haven't faced yet, Valk.
Hey, it's tomorrow.
In the
Today,
coming
when most
days.
people see this, it'll be a great match.
um, and it's been a lot of fun. A big West team, or a big West division, I should say.
Yeah, I was surprised
Compared to
because
what
we
I'm used
started with
to.
like 7, and then all of a sudden we had 12 teams or something.
Right. And this is the first time I have not competed in a double round robin division, so it's been super exciting for me. Um, I also want to shout out our coach, Mick Iblitz. Some people may know him as the community. He is
The
wonderful.
community.
The community. And he told me to shout out your mom. So I won't do that
It's
on
okay.
behalf of him.
I
And
shout
then
out to Valk's mom, hails back to season 6, and so it's one of the older memes in the community, but I'll
it was what I was told to do. So I'm just doing what I was told to do by my coach. So I get points later in the season.
I promise it's not an offensive thing, and I'll let you know how in a moment once you've wrapped up.
And then last shout out to our little Gambit Gaming community with us, Gambit Gaming Creed, Phoenix Rising Amethyst, Raging Roosters PRA, or excuse me, FYP, and Gambit Gaming Blur. We've all done a lot to build our small little community, and I appreciate everybody who is a part of it.
Fantastic. Well, as for me, the folks who have been here before know that my traditional shout out is Hi Mom, which is where that comes from, Krizzoh. This has been the Late Night Facecheck. Mind the bushes out there, my friends. Thanks for being here, and check out more on nexusgamingseries.org. Thank you.